Okay, back on live. So, welcome back for more of these fake Götterdämmerung. Continuing on for more journey. And heading to, I don't know where we're going. So, let's just move on. Lord of Creation beginning. Alright.
Are all present and accounted for. Then let's get this briefing underway. Technical advisor?
You got it! Okay, let's start with a review of our current situation. First of all, it's been about 20 hours since yesterday's attack. Thanks to all your valiant efforts, we were able to avoid the worst case scenario. But I'm afraid we're still not doing well, all told. When Sigurd, whom we believe to be a Lostbelt servant, broke into the Shadow Border's cockpit yesterday. He made off with our void reality observation device, the Paper Moon.
That's right! Of all the things for him to take!
Hey, he didn't exactly steal it from us, did he? You gift wrapped the damn thing for him. Why the hell would you do something like that? Even Sigurd found it weird.
You think I was giving him a present, you fool? I'll have you know that was me planning ahead. He didn't look at all like a gentle sort, so I wrapped the Paper Moon carefully to ensure that he wouldn't break or damage it.
Wait, you did? Really? It's sort of hot inside the room.
Alright, you can argue all you want later. Between the emergency exit, attempted emergency dive, and Sigurd's attack, the damage to the Shadow Border is extensive. Frankly, it's a miracle that none of us died. Although,
how's Holmes doing?
I'm worried too. I haven't spoken to him since that battle. Is he? It's not good. If he pushes himself even a little, he'll die. He has to stay completely still while he recuperates. He didn't just lose an arm, you know. He also got inscribed with the primordial ruin of death. A primordial ruin? The Lost Norse ruins are one of the foundations of magecraft. Mages have partially reproduced them, but they pale in comparison to the original ones from the Age of Gods. Still, that doesn't mean they're not handy. They can be chanted very quickly, which makes them very useful in a lot of situations. For example, we use a whole bunch of them for Sophos mystic codes, like Gonder. Anyway, the primordial ruins are powerful stuff. According to Norse myth, Odin made most of the world out of Ymir. Why Ymir, with the exception of the ruins? No, the ruins were a different matter. Odin discovered them after offering up his own life. Their shapes contain the depths of the world itself. I guess you could call them the pathways to truth that Odin discovered. If you inscribe the ruin for death, then there's no escaping it no matter what. If you're flesh and blood, that is? Flesh and blood? Then, since Holmes is a heroic spirit, does that mean he can be cured? Ooh! You got it! A gold star for you, MASH! I had no idea what you're saying, foe. If you want to lavish me with praise for my genius in putting together a recovery pod for other bodies on such short notice, you just go right ahead. You deserve some thanks too, Sophos. I'm sorry you had to try to heal him with your mystic codes so many times. But it was thanks to you that Holmes didn't disappear before I could finish the recovery pod.
Hey, that's what they're there for.
Well, thanks again. I'm sure he'll want to thank you too once he's back on his feet. That said, for the time being, Holmes will essentially be comatose. I know you're anxious. Goody, but...
That's Mr. Gordoff to you, technical advisor. Need I remind you that we are still in a briefing? And on that note, let's get down to brass tacks. Masculine, Soapfrost, I have decided on a new mission for you. I trust you already know what it is, but I'll explain anyway. We have lost both the Paper Moon and one of our heroic spirits. Well, temporarily in the latter case at least. The situation may be dire, but it's not going to improve by us sitting around twiddling our thumbs. Which means...
The goal of this mission is to turn things around and keep moving forward. Oh, sorry. I stole your thunder, didn't I? Oh, what? I can giggle if I want. Alright, moving on. This mission has 3 main objectives: recovering a paper moon, cutting down a tree of emptiness, and finding a path to the North Sea. I understand why we need to get the paper moon back, since we can't continue our journey without it. But why is cutting down a tree of emptiness part of this mission too? An excellent question. As you'll recall, Seeker didn't come here to kill us. He came to steal the paper moon. Why would he do that if he belonged to this Lostbelt? Simply put, he wouldn't. Never in a million years. The only ones who would consider the paper moon a threat are the cryptors, especially now that they've lost Russia. In which case, it makes sense to assume that he is one of the cryptor's servants. Oh, so this Lostbelt's cryptor already knows we're here? Which means...
Right, there's no avoiding a fight. And if we're going to have to do that, we might as well take down the Tree of Emptiness while we're at it, yeah? Correct. Once the cryptor realize the Tree of Emptiness is in danger, we can be certain they will have some sort of response. And when they do, that will be the perfect chance for us to take the paper moon back. Maybe I'm being a little overly optimistic here, but I'd say this plan is absolutely foolproof.
Woo-hoo! Anyway, there's a tons of work to do before we get to that. First order of business, we need to conduct a thorough investigation of this Lostbelt. And since we have to stay here and repair the border, I'm afraid that will fall to the 2 of you again. You okay with that?
Just leave it to us.
Haha. Still, I'm a little worried about leaving the border with homes in such critical condition.
What about the giants?
Not to worry, I've already got just a thing in mind for handling them.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm glad you are as skilled as you are cute.
Flatterer, don't stop now. It's about time somebody recognized just how useful I am. Anyway, let's start by going over a few things. We need to make sure we're all on the same page for this Lostbelt, after all.
Okay.
First things first, the Norse mythology. We know from proper human history. Scandinavia used to be home to all sorts of gods, giants, and other mystics, just like the Age of Gods in other areas. But then in 1000 BC, about 3000 years ago, Mountain Katla erupted, and Ragnarok began. It brought an end to that entire reality, essentially Scandinavia's own Age of Gods. The gods, the giants, even a phantasmal in the region, along with all the myths and legends, were completely wiped out.
At least, that's the conventional wisdom in the mage community.
Ragnarok, the twilight of the gods. That was the conflict that brought an end to the gods in Norse mythology, right?
That's right. Loki's mischief eventually begot all sorts of disasters, culminating with Muspel fire giants invading from Muspelheim, the land of flame. In fact, what most believed to have been an enormous eruption from Mount Katla was actually the fire giants' invasion. It's said that during Ragnarok, Odin was eaten by Fenrir, the great wolf of ruin, and that many gods died in a fearsome clash with the giants. Before Surtur, the fiery king of giants and ruler of Muspelheim, laid waste to all the land with his flaming sword.
Yup, and once the gods and giants had vanished from Scandinavia, that was when the Age of Humanity began. That was when most of Mystic was lost, and civilization rapidly advanced. Foo foo, foo foo, foo foo. Basically, yup. The idea that the reality texture covering the world disappeared along with Scandinavia's Age of Gods was more of a presumption, courtesy of mages from proper human history. That does differ a bit from regular historical records though. The oldest known record we have of Mountain Catlot erupting goes back to AD 930. There just aren't any records of what happened all the way back in 1000 BC. Excuse me.
That tracks if the entire texture was wiped out. Again, conventional wisdom says that we only have bits and pieces left over now because of this entire texture disappearing.
You really do love your conventional wisdom, don't you, Director?
Well, what's wrong with that? Many notable authorities support that theory. I am told it's all but common knowledge in the Clock Tower's archaeology department. In a Mulatstia faction, to be precise.
Foo, foo, foo. When you get right down to it, there's still a lot we don't know. In proper human history, we never did get the full picture of the Scandinavian Age of Gods, so all we have are a lot of vague guesses patched together from whatever small remnants we could find. But hey, that's pretty much the case everywhere.
However, that is obviously not the case for this version of Scandinavia. Not by a damn sight. I'm guessing that here in the Scandinavian Lostbelt, the Age of Gods never ended.
Does that mean there are gods here too?
That would seem to follow. Maybe. Maybe not. If we are still in the Age of Gods here, then there may well be gods kicking around too. But at this point, we really can't say for sure. One of the big questions we need to answer is, when did this Lostbelt diverge from proper human history? The other is, given the giants we've run into, we can be certain that it is still before the AD era, and that Age of Gods level mystics still exist. But we don't yet know why that is. So, those are the two big questions. When and why? We should feel a lot better once we have the answers. So we want to know the time period this Lostbelt diverged from proper human history, and why it happened in the first place. Right you are, Mash! At this point, I think it could diverge around 3,000 years ago, around the time of Ragnarok in proper human history Scandinavian Age of Gods. But as to why that happened, your guess is as good as mine. Why does this Lostbelt look like this? What are those flames you saw on the northern mountains? And based on what we've been able to observe from the border, why does it look like there aren't any towns or cities like there were in proper human history? Are there even any other humans here? If so, did they change into something else, like the Yaga? We really do have a lot of unanswered questions.
That's right. We still know practically nothing. The best we have right now is our estimation that the Age of Gods never ended here. If only a divine being would have the courtesy to show up and tell us what's going on. Stupid Lostbelt.
I don't know. I can't think of many gods that go in for the whole exposition thing.
Woo woo! Hey, at least you've got the adorable and knowledgeable Da Vinci on your side. Let's see. Speaking of the situation here. Right, I've still got to tell you about the Scandinavian Tree of Emptiness. But we weren't able to see it. I imagine not, particularly since the border couldn't see it with its sensors either. So we should assume that this Lostbelt's Tree of Emptiness is being concealed somehow.
Which is why your mission objectives include finding it. Good luck. We're counting on you.
And once we find it, we have to cut it down.
But of course, if you see an opportunity to chop it down, go right ahead. No need to wait for my orders in that case.
Woo woo! Let's see. Oh, right. And one more thing. I really hate to say this, but it's not possible to summon servants outside of battle here. Woo!
Because there aren't any ley lines nearby or something?
The border is running way low on power thanks to all the damage. But the biggest issue is the fact that we couldn't detect any ley lines. I bet it's because of all the magical energy intertwined with the ice and snow at a molecular level. I'm afraid it's also going to interfere with our long-range comms. Alternatively, the ice and snow's magical energy could be completely controlling both this Lostbelt's mana and history. So that would mean, if someone were manipulating the ice and snow via magecraft, then It means they're incredibly powerful. If we want to keep hypothesizing, I guess that if someone like that exists, they're also this Lostbelt's king. Of course, it's possible that this is just what this Lostbelt is like, but let's at least keep that possibility in mind.
If I may. In short, our situation is highly precarious. We have no choice but to send a mere two-person team to explore further, despite the fact that we currently have no means of defending ourselves. I hope you can appreciate how difficult of the decision this was to reach.
Pretty sure you already said as much earlier.
Ha 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 ha! Good, good. Very well then. As the expedition team, you will leave first thing tomorrow morning at 0900.
While we're on the subject, let's talk about your current destination too. Though we don't know where Sigurd went after stealing the paper moon, we did detect a group of life forms approximately 150 kilometers northwest from the border's current location. I'm hoping there's a village, even though there weren't one there on the 2019 map. Anyway, I think that'd be a good place to start asking around. I'll make sure to prepare some translation talismans before you leave, of course. I wish I could do more to help you two. Under normal circumstances, I'd be right there with you in the border. But this is the best we can do right now. I'm sorry. The shadow border still needs a lot of repair work to get it mobile again. And of course, zero sailing is currently out of the question. Still, at least you won't have to worry about the Ortonox. I spent the last 20 hours going over the whole thing with a fine-tooth comb. You shouldn't have to worry about it acting out after getting hit with a demonic sword anymore. Thank you, Da Vinci. The next time I see him... Yup, you give him the what for. Don't hold back on Siegfried's account. Yes, you're right. Though I don't think we need to bring Siegfried into this.
It sucks that we can't count on our comms. I wish we'd at least had one more fighter we could send with you.
Yeah, having another heroic spirit around right now would be real welcome. Especially one who could watch over the border for me.
Oh no you don't! Don't you ever think about wasting our last bit of power on a summoning test. If you got time to whine about things we haven't got, then get out there and fight them. That's the smart way to go about this.
Yeah, you got a point. Alright, Mash, so fast. We're going to have to count on the two of you to find some help, and maybe even bolster our fighting forces into the bargain. Maybe there are other heroic spirits from proper human history here, like there were in Russia. Exactly. With any luck, there'll be heroic spirits that land itself summoned here, like Beowulf and Billy. Alright, let's go everything one last time. For this mission, you two have 3 primary objectives. First, take back the paper moon. Second, cut down the tree of emptiness. And third, find a path to the North Sea. Of course, those last 2 are more for extra credit, but the first one is absolutely crucial. So let's get started with that information gathering and, hopefully, recruiting some fighters.
We won't let this mission fail.
Haha! Right, senpai. Foo! Foo! Foo!
Very well then. We begin tomorrow morning at 0900. Now, if there are no further questions, this briefing is concluded.
That's 9 o'clock you meant? No battle, again. It doesn't look like there will be any blizzard. Looks like today's forecast for the southern Sweden region of this Lostbelt is clear skies. I'm all set, senpai. I'm glad it's still sunny out. Me too. I think this is a good sign. Maybe I shouldn't say that, given the situation. But I still want to stay positive. True. Getting depressed isn't gonna do anything to help us out of this. You've got the right idea, Mash. Here, have a Da Vinci head pat on the house. There you go. Thank you, Da Vinci.
Technical advisor, how long are you planning to spend saying your goodbyes? Get back in here already! Need I remind you, you're the only Operation Halo experience we got right now. And every second you spend away is another second the rest of us are defenseless.
What's the matter, Director? Missed them already? Something you want to say to them before they go?
No, I mean yes. With the paper moon stolen, our position is extremely precarious. Add to that the fact that we have no mobility on land. And we're as good as dead if an enemy happens to find us. Therefore, it is imperative you two complete your mission and return as quickly as possible. Whatever you do, make sure you don't just rush in and get yourself hurt. Or worse. We absolutely cannot afford to lose any more of our human or servant resources. Really, we can't afford to lose anything else, given the state of things. Anyway, your first order of business is getting the paper moon back. The second is returning here safely. Now, get on with it!
For all his bluster, our new director really does wear his heart on his sleeve. I'm pretty sure that was his way of showing he's worried about you two. I mean, it's pretty obvious at this point, right? Yes, it is. I'm starting to get a better sense of him. Oh, you should have heard him. Have a demi-servant girl's injuries healed yet? Will those two be okay if they run into demonic sword wielder again? Not that he's gonna lift a finger himself, given how he's been even more timid than usual ever since Holmes got taken out. I must admit, I am a little worried about the border, with you being the only one who can defend it now. Hey, I know I'm not much of a fighter, but don't you worry. I'm pretty sure a secret isn't gonna bother the border anymore. Plus, I've already gone and put up an extra sturdy bounded field around it anyway. And it's not just sturdy, I made sure none of the indigenous life would ever be able to tell it's there, especially the giants. I don't think I've worked this hard on a bounded field since I was putting the finishing touches on a Mona Lisa. I had no idea Da Vinci used to put up the bounded fields around her paintings back when she was alive. Alright then, we'll be waiting for you to come back with good news. You two be extra careful out there. We still don't know much about this place after all. Not to mention that, well, the fact that we won't be able to communicate is going to be a serious issue. I wish I could have done something about that, but we're past that now. The Ixes now here are infused with magical energy, which will get in the way no matter what, so we won't be able to talk to each other once you're more than a few kilometers out. But that doesn't mean I'm giving up. I've still got a few ideas. I'll try when I get the chance. Just make sure you don't push yourself too hard, okay? With the border immobilized, we effectively will be able to share what we each learn until you make it back to this Norrköping area. This will be the first time you two are entirely on your own. Make sure you're especially careful. Don't go out of your way to save any cute girls asking for help, unless they're at least as cute as me, okay? We won't. And please, you take care of yourself too, Da Vinci. You guys are too damn nice for being so young. Then again, I guess I'm younger than you now, aren't I? Okay, I'll be careful too. Oh, and one more. Bo! Wow! When did you sneak out here? Aha! You were hiding out in my shield again, weren't you? Okay, looks like Bo's coming along with us too.
The more the merrier.
Yes, going from 2 to 3 means 50% more resources. Thanks for coming along, Bo. So, even Bo's trying to help make up for our lack of personnel now. Well, he has great instincts, at least. Isn't that right, you little furball, you? Boom! Yes, Bo is more than capable in his own right. Having him along will be a big help. I think we'll be able to effectively fight as a group of 3 now. Yes, I mean that. Aw. You want to sit on my shoulder? Not senpai's? Looks like he really likes you, Mash. Okay, this 2-person team is now officially a 3-person team. And on that note, it's finally time to show off my latest invention. This little beauty is something I came up with while I was trying to figure out a way to stay in touch. Sadly, they won't help us communicate, but they will help you get around this Lostbelt a lot easier. I give you... Ooh, nice. The Orthodox Olurus board attachments. What the... Are these some kind of additional equipment for my exoskeleton? When did you even have time to make these? They're skis. Oh, boo boo. Never underestimate a genius. That's right. These are basically super awesome skis. Thanks to their magical energy thrusters, you'll be zipping around like nobody's business. Not even Olurus, the guardian patron saint of skiers, has got anything on these babies. Don't worry, they come with words and gyro sensors designed to help you keep your balance. I got a set for you too, Subfast. With these, you 3 should be able to make your way around the Scandinavian snow plains in the blink of an eye. This is awesome. You're the best, Da Vinci. Hehehe, that's right. You should damn well be impressed. Oh, be aware that if you want to go really fast, you should fold yours up and just hang on tight to mash. Thank you, Da Vinci. I appreciate this a lot, but this isn't taking care of yourself. Hehehe. Hey, if you're going to stay up all night working, best to do it when you're young. Besides, I asked way too much of you two the day before yesterday. It's the least I can do to make up for that. I'm sure Holmes would say the same. But then again, given what our great detective is like, maybe not. I know it's my fault you two keep having shoulder to shoulder so much responsibility. So at the risk of sounding like a broken record, be careful out there. I filled the storage space in Mash Shield with camping gear, water, and a few days worth of food. So make sure you rest up when you need to. Remember, it's gonna be just the 2 of you and Foe, so you need to be extra careful. Extra careful. Right. See you later, Da Vinci. Bye! Have a good trip! Bye-bye. Then I exhale. Oh boy. Wow, this is stupid. I can't even find my fucking support. Come on, where are you? You know what? Fuck this shit. Take out my phone and get that shit to restart. Because I don't know what the hell is this taking so long to search through this shit. Bring best girl. I'm just eating something. Just granola bar. Just feeling a little hungry. Okay. Naturally. Snow, ice, and fire. So this is Scandinavian Lostbelt. Looking at it again, so very
beautiful.
Yes, that's true. It's definitely a beautiful landscape. Ice and snow need extreme cold, but fire is one of the hottest things in the world. Yet somehow, here they are, coexisting. I've never seen anything like it before. But at the same time, it's kind of bizarre. There doesn't seem to be anything here that can burn, but there's the fire floating above the mountains. This scenery may be beautiful, but it's also incomprehensibly mystic. Oh! The All-Arrest boards are great at getting around, since they can't even go up inclines. But when you move at high speeds, you really won't be able to take stock of your surroundings as much. Now that we're taking a break to look around, there are several things I've noticed. For example, the amount of fallen snow. I read that Scandinavia actually isn't all that snowy, except for Norway. But here, in this Lostbelt, the mountains are frozen over. Even the trees are... No, wait, not trees, just ice shaped like conifers.
Does this mean there aren't any plants here?
It certainly seems that way. At least, at this point. Maybe this means there's a different force at work here. Something's very different from what caused Russia's ice age. I remember hearing these lost belts are alternate, hypothetical versions of history. What must this world's history have been like for it to have this sort of scenery? Ah. Boo boo! Yeah! Look, senpai! Birds! That must mean this lost belt has other, normal animals, and not just giants and demonic beasts.
I'm kind of relieved to see that.
Right, the fact that birds can survive in this world is a good sign. Foo foo! Bo, is something about those birds that bothers you? Foo foo foo! Huh? Anyway, we should get back to our journey. Bo, you stay inside my shield while we use the All-Arrest boards, okay? We don't want the wind blowing you away while we're on the move, after all. Aww. But first, here's a map of where we would be in proper human history. There's definitely some margin of error, since there aren't any GPS satellites to sync it up with. But it should still help. There we go. We're currently on a Scandinavian peninsula, right on top of what we used to be Lake Vättern in southern Sweden.
Hang on, we're on a lake?
Yes, that's right. At least, we would be in proper human history. Lake Vättern is an enormous lake believed to have taken shape after Earth's most recent ice age. It's said to be almost 2,000 square kilometers. But in this lost belt, we're obviously standing on a mountain range covered in snow. It's not just the ice, snow, and fire. This lost belt differs from proper human history in a lot of significant ways. I thought I'd learned that in Russia, but after seeing all this, I feel like I'm learning it all over again. Ah, Bo! What is it, Bo? Did I do something to... Ah! I'm so sorry. I should have noticed sooner. There are large magical energy signals nearby. They look to be giants. But why now? We didn't run into a single one on the way here. Maybe they only approach you if you stay in one place for a long time? No, never mind. I'll worry about that later. Right now, we need to take care of the immediate threat.
Make sure your newly tuned up Ortanak is ready to go.
Understood. Ready to begin battle once the giants are in range.
Yes.
血物目が
お任せ。夢のように形を。
立っていられるか。血物目が迷うな。はい。どう潰す。
そう
はぜよ。
そうお望みのままに。いいとも。
よかろう。
そうどうか
潰れて死ね。迷うな。どう潰す。
何サービスだとも。
潰れて死ね。砕
No. Fuck you, Jotun.
け。オルテナウス
お望み
疑似輪
のまま。
開始。神明凍結展開。これは多くの道、多くの願いを受けた幻想の城。こうせよモールドキャメロッ
何サービスだとも。
ト。砕けよ。
Why are you bullying Piticidia, you piece of shit giant?
迷うな。よかろう。
王の話。
よかろう。潰れて死ね。はぜよ砕けよ。
Oh my god.
小さな間。お望みのままに。そこは壁もなく城もなく国すらない始まりの空。魂のありかを見せようか。ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。それどうか柄ではないんだけどね。
アレスの血を。
What the hell? The new voice line, Piticidia? I had never heard of that.
血物目がアレスの血を。
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。君の道行きを信じよう。さあ行きなさい。
よかろう。どう潰す。
Hmm.
迷うな。どう潰す。
Let's try this.
潰れて死ね。
Nope. I fucked up. Try again. I thought it was like, maybe I should be able to do it, but nope. I don't think I could. Wrong move. I should know that coming. AP will still be expended if you choose to withdraw. Now, continue it.
do どう潰す。
I can't see what's on that thing.
潰れて死ね。はぜよ。はぜるがいい。
Oh, fuck you.
いいとも。
よかろどう潰す
そうです。
砕けよはぜよ迷うな示弾装填します。潰れて死ね。
ご苦労様。じゃあ次に行こ
I should probably pick a Sunzang, but I don't think it's not gonna be enough because of party cost. Because I have like Tamamo and Merlin with that 5-star craft essences. Alright, same thing.
The battle is over. There are no other magical energy signals with 30 meters of our precision. I have to apologize again, Senpai. Even after all of Da Vinci's reminders to be careful, I still let my guard down. I know I need to be extra vigilant in watching for magical energy signals and servants, especially since we can't contact the border. And yet, I completely failed at that task.
Don't worry, Mash. It's okay. Really.
Thank you, Senpai. Foo! Foo! Thank you, Fo. But it's not your fault. You have nothing to apologize for. If anything, I should be thanking you for alerting us to the danger. So, thank you. Foo! Given that we're unable to contact the Shadow Border, we're effectively cut off from Chaldea itself. I need to keep that in mind. In accordance with the Chaldea Personal Code, Article 23, Paragraph 2, it's imperative that I remain calm and proceed with caution. In other words, I'm free to make decisions, act independently, and return to base at my own discretion. And then make an official report, of course.
Personal Code, Article 23, Paragraph 2, huh?
Yes, it is. Dr. Roman added Paragraph 2 when no one was looking.
That's just like him.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I confirm that the Octonauts Olaris board attachments have been safely shut down and stowed. Initiating standard Octonauts movement mode. Since there are a lot of trees in this area, I think it would be better to put the Olaris boards away and move around on foot for a while.
Good idea. Let's do that.
Okay, Senpai. Trees actually made out of ikes. I can't tell if they were carved from ikes, or if all these tree-like formations were stuck in the ground. Either way, I can't imagine there would be much wildlife in a place like this. Fool! That said, I don't know if this is a good thing or not, but based on the magical energy signals I'm sensing, it looks like there are more giants past the Ike's trees. There are more of them gathered together there than anywhere else we've seen so far. Maybe the path we took to avoid the fiery mountains ended up bringing us to their territory.
We don't want to fight them if we can't help it.
Good point. I'll keep that in mind, Master. Yes, Bo. That means we'll be walking from here on.
Okay.
I can't believe he's already gone that far ahead. Please don't run off too far on your own, Bo. We don't want a giant spotting you. Oh, but then again, maybe it would be okay. You're so cute that even a giant might want to keep you as a pet instead of eating you. Senpai, can I talk to you about something?
Is this about Sigurd?
Yes, it is. Something has been bothering me about him. Sigurd is one of the greatest heroes in all of Scandinavia. He reforged King Sigmund, his father's demonic sword, Gram, after the divine spear, Gugner, shattered it. Then went on to defeat the dragon Fafnir and gain its wisdom. That all fits with what Holmes told us. Later, he and Brynhild the Valkyrie fell in love, but their relationship was poisoned by hate and ended with his death. He has many of the same roots as Siegfried, so much so that some believe they were actually the same hero.
Sumanai.
And yet, I don't know why, but I didn't get that sense at all from that masked heroic spirit.
True, he and Siegfried couldn't be more different.
Thank you, Senpai. Senpai, I think I hear some...
That sounded like a child.
Right, it came from the northwest. Let's go. Oh, no. They saw me. Now what I do? It was going so well, too. I don't understand. Why do things never turn out well for me? I'm such an idiot. No, please, no. We made it, Master. Please focus on keeping her safe. As for me, I'll handle these giants. You get back too, please, Bo. Bo! What the? Who are you two? No, you can't. Any child of Bergeria saw it, right? It's due. So you have to run away if you see a child being attacked by one of them. I don't understand. Why are you doing this? Go on! Get out of here!
That is not an option.
Huh? Yeah! Get in here! Now they're going to squish all of us! No, they won't. We won't let them. Ortanak is holding steady at maximum output. I can do this. Master!
Let's save this girl, Mash.
Right.
Yo, いいとも。それ、罠だ。
Whoa. I saw that smooth. Oh, fuck you.
"いいとも。
みほとけのカード見せてあげる。5秒間シャカニュレーショ
お望みのままに。
それでいいんだ。
それ。
So they like to play Sanzang, huh? How clever.
あ、行くぞ。無駄だ。計略だ。罠だ。簡単すぎるんだよ。 いいとも。お望みのままに。そうです。無駄だ。
Okay, fucker. Hmm.
よし。そうです。罠だ。
See, I knew he was trying to do this shit.
御仏パワー全開ね。
王の話をするとしよう。
それでいいんだ。
星の宇宙に物見の奥に楽園の端から君に聞かせよう。罪なき者のみ通るがいい。ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
御仏の加護見せてあげる。5秒間シャカニョレーション。
But greasy.
つまんない連中だな。他にやることじゃこういうのはどうだ。お任せ。夢のように片付けよう。つまんない連中だな。他にやることないの。すべては僕の思うままってね。これぞ大軍師の究極陣地。
No fucking stun. Are you kidding me? Don't you do this. Oh my god.
君の道行きを信じよう。さあ、行きなさい。
御仏パワーそれでいいんだ。御仏の加護見せてあげる。5秒間シャカニョレーション。お釈迦様は全部お見通しなんだから。
God damn, this fucking shit annoying. I probably should bring Abigail next time. That way, it doesn't get fucking annoyed by that giant.
The battle is over. I don't detect any other magical energy signals within 30 meters. We defeated giants and ice creatures, but that was the first time we've come across a mountain giant. A Bergrisi. In Norse mythology, the Bergrisar were a race of mountain giants that were on friendly terms with the Jotnar, the frost giants. But I don't remember reading anything about them banding together and attacking humans like that.
First things first, great job out there, Mash.
Thank you, Master. I managed to fend off the attackers without sustaining any injury, all thanks to your support, Senpai. The load on the Ochnak is well within its tolerance. Da Vinci did an amazing job tuning it up. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, that's right. Senpai, is that girl? Bergrisar. Oh, Heavenly Mother. Oh, merciful Goddess. Please, I beg of you. Even if the giants do smooth me flat, please let me stay with everyone else after I die. Excuse me. Is she speaking Swedish? The talisman doesn't have any problem translating conversation, but it's still a little hard to make out what she's saying. It might just be me, but it kind of sounds like she has a strong accent too.
It's okay, you can open your eyes.
That's right, we're not gonna hurt you. I promise you're safe for the moment. There's no more burglaries all around? That's right. You have nothing to worry about. There are no more giants around here. Looks around. That's amazing! I can't believe it. The goddess must have sent you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You two saved my life. That's so amazing. How did you do it? Usually, anyone the giants see ends up getting pancaked. But none of us are even a little bit squished. Oh, I'm sorry. You're supposed to introduce yourself when you first meet someone, aren't you? I remember learning that. My name is Gerda. Hello, Gerda. That's a lovely name you have. It has a wonderful Nordic ring to it. Thanks. I like the way it sounds too. It's very nice to meet you both, Miss Black Armor, Mr. Black Hair. What? What are your names? I'm Soulfrost. And I'm Mashkula. Soulfrost and Mashkula, huh? Got it! You two are incredible. I can't believe you really saved me. What village are you from? You don't seem like you're shivering. How come you not be cold with so few layers? I'm nice and warm, thanks to my fur coat. I knew I'd have to be ready for anything once I decided to go out on my own. The grown-ups won't help because they're busy getting everything ready for tomorrow, so I have to do it all myself. That includes the cooking and tending to children who have come down with terrible fevers. Oh, right, a reward. When someone does something nice for you, you have to repay them. Oh, I don't have anything on me right now. I'd have to go back to the village. But I'd also have to find the medicinal herbs before I go back. What should I do? Senpai, this is the first Scandinavian we've met. This must mean there are human villages here. And they don't seem to have mutated to adapt to this environment like the Yaga had. Maybe that means their culture is closer to proper human history. Although, for some reason, her outfit doesn't seem like anything someone would wear in 2020. Regardless, I think she'll be willing to take us to her village. Once we get there, we can ask around. When the tree emptiness is gone, she'll... Yes. Once it's gone, all life in this Lostbelt will most likely... Well... But if we're going to restore proper human history... I couldn't just let a little girl die. Yes, I feel the same way. I think I would have fought off those giants even if you hadn't said anything, Senpai. No, there's no way you would have just stood by, Senpai. That's just not who you are. You would always be the first to try and rescue her. How kind of you, Mash. Thank you. Alright, no battle. You're adorable. Come here. It's okay. You! Oh, that looks fun. Let me try. Hop! Oh! You're too pretty to be a mouse. Maybe a dog? Or a cat? Oh, I know. You must be a horse. Horse? I've never seen any animals besides sheep this close before. You're so beautiful. Oh, but I did see something beautiful. Else beautiful just a little while ago. It was a rainbow. A huge 7-color rainbow that stretched all the way past the mountains. Nobody else saw it, but I did. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, I wish you could have seen it too. Bo! I wonder why Bo's in such a good mood. Could it be the weather? Maybe he likes it cold like this? There, look, Senpai. We've only just met Gerda, and Bo has already taken to her. Oh, wait. Maybe it's the other way around, and Gerda's actually the one who's taken to him. She's a cheerful girl, isn't she? Yes, she's very cheerful. And it sounds like she came all this way to find special medicine for a friend back in her village. She must be very responsible too. There's something I'm wondering about though. She said she was looking for medicinal herbs, right? Does that mean plants can grow around here? Not to mention that, if this is an emergency, why is she out here all by herself? I don't know about other regions in this Lostbelt, but it's no secret dangerous giants roam around here. And of course, there's no way an ordinary human could fight a giant alone. They'd be dead for sure. If someone needed to come out here, shouldn't it be an armed group of adults who know how to fight?
There must be more to this we don't know yet.
Are you guys talking about me? That's right. I left my village to look for medicinal herbs. The grown-ups are too busy getting ready for tomorrow, so we kids have to take care of ourselves. And since I'm the big sister, I have to do my best to pull my weight. That's pretty mature of me, right? Woo woo woo! Is that a compliment? Thank you, bro. You're such a good boy. Your fur's so pretty too. It's so soft and smooth. Woo woo woo!
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm afraid it's dangerous here. This area seems to be frequented by giants.
Yeah, I guess you're right. We always see them occasionally near the village, but I know there's lots of giants around these mountains. Still, there's nothing else I can do. The only one who knows how to use runes is the envoy, and she isn't coming until tomorrow. Her runes of healing can cure people who are sick in no time. But Laura probably won't survive through the night without those herbs.
Ruins of healing? Envoy?
That's why I came all this way. Someone told me that there were amazing healing herbs near here. They said they can cure anything, and that they're especially good for fevers. So, well, I know it's reckless of me to be out here. We're not really ever supposed to leave the village.
Really?
Yes, well, nobody's ever supposed to leave. Is it not like that in your village too? The only ones permitted to go outside the village are the envoys chosen to be servants of the gods.
God? I'm sorry, but can you explain what you mean by the gods and envoys?
Nice try, but you won't trick me that easily. Lady Mash, go in black armor. People have always told me that only envoys of the goddess have swords or spears. But I didn't know you used shields too. That's amazing, Lady Mash.
Wait, me? An envoy?
Not sure about envoy, but you're definitely an angel.
Come on, Master. There's no time to be joking around.
Maybe you can take us to your village once we've found the herbs.
Hooray! I was hoping you might offer to help me. Oh, does that mean you can read my mind? Even if you don't have any weapons of your own, Mr. Blackhair? You must be an envoy of the gods too.
Oh, well, technically no. Alright. I'm gonna bring Abby. Fuck this shit. Oh, maybe I can bring Irash, a critter, lobster, or maybe not. Well, probably I would say yes. Where the hell is it?
Tree of emptiness? The sun? Boo boo boo!
That's right. The tree of emptiness is like a huge tree that stretches all the way up to the sky. Have you ever heard of anything like that? As for the sun, we were hoping you might know something about why it's so big here.
Sorry, I don't know what what you mean. I don't know anything about either of those. I've never heard any legends about a big tree like that, and the sun's always been that size. It's just like mountains always been made of fire or ice. That's just how it's always been. Nobody asks why.
I see.
Ah. Oh no, did I say something to offend you, Lady Mouse? I'm so sorry my answer didn't satisfy you.
No, it's fine. Please don't worry about it. You have nothing to apologize for. Right now, let's just focus on finding those herbs.
Are you sure? Okay, thank you. They should be pretty close by. Woo, 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 woo.
Senpai, in Norse mythology, the world tree, Yggdrasil, played a very important role. I know she's young, but it seems a little strange that Gerda wouldn't know anything about it.
Maybe they just don't have any legends about Yggdrasil here?
That seems unlikely. But I suppose we can't completely rule it out. Given that Lostbelt, by definition, are alternate histories that differ from proper human history, worlds where the pruning theoretical phenomenon continue to take place to the present day. It is possible that the Norse mythology we know was altered somehow. Mountains of ice, mountains of fire, strangely large suns, and giants. I wonder if all these things that seem so strange to us might have something to do with something different version of Norse myth. Assuming that the myth here was actually historical fact here.
Woo, woo. Woo, 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 woo.
Senpai, Gerda, I'm sorry, but please stay still for a bit. Try to not to make any sound.
Giant's footsteps.
Bo was the first to notice again. He must have sensed the giant's presence before we did. I'm sorry, Gerda. This must be a lot for you to take in all at once. How can I put this? Basically, Bo's got very good instincts.
Woo! Woo, 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 woo. Oh, I see. You look very proud of that, too.
Those footsteps aren't getting any quieter. It looks like the giant isn't about to leave.
Well, of course not. We're almost there, after all.
Almost where exactly?
This way. Follow me. But be very, very quiet.
Activating Orthodox stealth mode. Its silencing talisman should muffle the engine and exhaust noise. There, that should do it. Let's go, Master.
Jesus, that sounds like burping right there. Oh, wow.
This is the plains. There, look. See all the grass? There's even flowers, too. They saw that long ago. There used to be places like that outside our village, too. Places where animals and flowers could grow and thrive. They say it happens way up high in places between fire and ice mountains all the time. So I thought about it and decided to climb the ice mountain's side. Not that it was much of a choice, since humans can't climb up fire mountains, right? We get burned up.
I see. That does make sense. Maybe it's because we're relatively high up near the fire that ice and snow have melted here. The air is nice and warm, and you can see the land that must be why plants and flowers can grow here. It's almost like a garden.
I can't help but notice a giant.
Yes, there are giants walking around here too. But that has helped us learn something, Senpai. It looks like Norse giants can live in all kinds of environments, not just cold ones. In fact, judging from the way they're gathered here, they may even prefer warmer climates. I guess they don't like the cold either.
There are a lot of them here.
That's true. I suggest we whittle the giants' numbers down a bit, collect the herbs we're after, then quickly activate the Olorus board's thruster mode to make an emergency getaway.
Woo woo!
So far, our path has been through the eastern ice forest, but the west looks to be a steep, snowy slope. So if we can just get to that slope and ski down the rest of the way.
Yes, if you got skiers, that will work, I think. But how can we? We don't have any skis.
Don't worry, we've got that part covered.
Huh? You brought skis with you? Where are they? Oops, I'm so sorry.
You fucked up!
Food, go!
It's okay, Gerda. We'll just, start the operation sooner than we expected. Senpai, requesting orders and support.
Right, now let's get this operation underway.
Understood, Master. Switching Ortonox from stealth mode to combat mode. Moving to intercept the enemy now.
Yeah.
行くぜ。いいだろう。いいとも。ステラー。これ。それ。どうだ。
Good for you, Jotan, you idiot.
いいわ。はやっ。苦しめ。はっ。お父さん。
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。君の道行きを信じよう。さあ、行きなさい。
もうすぐよ。バリバリ呪うぞ。良妻ですもの。節約。我は禁断の飛躍。いいわ。面白そう。イグナトゥフルトゥ君が我その神髄を宿す写しみとならん。バラの眠りを超え、いざ究極の門へと至らん。クリフォーライゾーム。
Got him.
これでどう？苦しめ。開け。もういい。
Oh, new voice line right there. Got you.
バリバリ呪うぞ。ちょっと神様。さてさて。出雲に神あり。これ自在にしてみそぎの証。神宝羽化の鏡なり。ついて天の矢の雫石。なって大回転。人気集結。玉も恨みか。
Gotcha.
悪くなかったわ。
Next.
The first wave is down. Auto-tuning Ortonox for consecutive battles. Releasing exhaust now. Output values remain stable. I'm still good to go.
Boo! Q!
Don't worry, Bo. I'm conserving energy for our escape. Resuming battle, Master.
Oh, more. Okay. Same thing.
やるときは本気でやるって決めてんだ。行くぜ。いいだろう。
面白そう。もっとよ。
Thank you, Arash. Oh shit. I forgot.
イブトゥンクヘフイヤウグルクドゥル。
夢のように片付けよ
お父様バリバリ呪うぞ。
う。お望みのままに。
さてさて。
そうどうぞ。
はいや。
Only one? That's it?
ちょっと神様っぽいところ。さてさて。出雲に神あり。これ自在にしてみそぎの証。神宝羽化の鏡なり。水平熱法天地矢のしぶ石。なって苦しめ。はいや。
君の道行きを信じよう。さあ行きなさい。
良妻ですもの。節約節約。あなたの
小さな
魔力
窓
面白そう。
ここには一つ。
イグナトゥフルトゥー君が我その神髄を宿す写しみとならバラの眠りを超えいざ究極の門へと至らん。クリボーライゾーム。
星の宇宙に物見の見て楽園の端から君に聞かせよう。罪なき者のに通るがいいガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
苦しめ。
Oh, fuck you. Ah, yes. Nice.
もっとよ。はいや。苦しめ。
No, come on, Abby.
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。
お好きになさってバリバリ呪うぞ。ちょっと神様っぽいところ見せちゃおうかな。さてさて。面白そう。 出雲に神あり。これ自在にしてみそぎの証。神宝羽化の鏡なり。水平熱法天地矢のしぶ石。なってはいや。苦しめ。
Fuck you.
良妻ですもの。節約節約。解き放ちましょう。もっとよ。イグナトゥフルトゥー君が我その神髄を宿す写しみとならバラの眠りを超えいざ究極の門へと至らん。クリボーライゾーム。
あったったった。久しぶりの運動は応えるね。
Take care of it. Second wave defeated. Da Vinci's really is amazing. I can keep going, no problem. Boo! 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 Yes. I'm pretty sure I'm not pushing it too far. The Orthodox output is down by about 20%. But it should be fine for another battle, at least. Don't worry about me, senpai. Just tell me what you need me to do. I just as soon avoid a fight if we can.
Huh? Bo, stop Gerda. She's trying to run up on her own.
I'll be right back. I can't just sit around and do nothing while you guys fight.
Gerda! You're not going anywhere. Expanding Ortonox functionality. Temporarily boosting output. Amalgam Gold.
Gerda, get back here.
I got the herbs. I did it. I really did it.
Start heading for the western slope.
Understood.
Wow, you're so amazing, Lady Marsh. Those giants are huge, but you fought them like they were nothing. I didn't think that was possible. I knew you envoys weren't scared of giants. I bet they could never catch and squish you like they do with all the grown-ups.
All the grown-ups?
Senpai, hang on tight to me. You too, Gerda and Bo. Okay, here goes.
Eee! Foo-foo, you!
Equipping the Ortonac Olorus board attachments now. Activating emergency booster. The wind pressure will be incredible, so make sure to keep your eyes closed. My visor will protect me. Switching over from stage 3 thruster to emergency booster. Olorus boards, standing by. 3, 2, 1. Ignition! Wee! Hello, Apelia! It's you. Welcome to this wonderfully wintry snow and ice guest room, fit for a princess. Oh, right, this isn't your first time here, is it? I hope you don't mind that I got started without you. I have to say, this vodka on Scandinavian rocks is better than I expected. Oh my, I can see you don't approve of drinking on the job. Indeed, I couldn't agree more. But it's not my fault, it's this castle. Just when I thought I'd get a reprieve from Russia's cold, too. I mean, a palace made entirely of solid ice. Talk about overwrought. They even say it's cold enough that I'd frost over it without a mystic code. I do prefer the cold to heat, but this is overkill. Don't you agree, darling Opedia? You are Scandinavian yourself, after all, aren't you? It doesn't bother me. I'm surprised you're still here, Konyanskaya. I'd have thought you'd be long gone to another Lostbelt by now. Don't you have your own job to do? Just as Lord Kustaria gave me one. Oh, don't you worry about that. My work here in Scandinavia is just about done. The Tree of Emptiness is coming along nicely, and this Lostbelt's king has been very cooperative. Now that I've made some nice additions to my personal collection, I'll be moving on to the next Lostbelt soon. Honestly, this has me feeling like I should have spent more time in Russia helping Kadak a little more, seeing how smoothly things have gone here. Still, if I'm going to worry about anyone, it'd be you, since Kadak doesn't matter anymore, and you have a lot of work left unfinished. Besides, we girls have to look out for each other, don't we? I don't recall asking for your help, Konyanskaya. If you're saying that you worry about me, then I'll put this simply. Don't be. Ah, really? Are you sure? Super sure? We all know you're an earnest and highly capable mage, but there's just something about you that makes you seem consumed by ennui. Like you're not quite in the moment, you know? It kicks my maternal instinct into overdrive. Not that I really know anything about how a mother would feel. Can't you take a hint? My loyalty is with Lord Kustaria Wodheim and him alone. You don't have to worry about me. I'll never waver, nor will I fall for anyone's deception. My Mystic Code has a talisman designed explicitly to protect my mind. Oh, since you went to all that trouble of shoring up those defenses, doesn't that suggest you see that as a weakness of yours? Oopsie, I guess that's what they mean by let sleeping dogs lie. Or maybe silence is golden would be more apt. Alrighty, let's just pretend I didn't notice that and try this again. Come on, Elpedia, have a drink with me. We can hang out and live it up till the sun comes up. Ah, why the sigh? Looks like I'll just have to spell it out. We don't need you here. Find another Lostbelt to visit if you're just here to indulge your hobbies. Oh, I will. I'll be on my way just as soon as I get bored with my little Scandinavian vacation. So let's get along until I do. After all, you and I are both human haters. It's okay, Elpedia Farsolon. Poor little rich girl. Nobody will pressure you here. You'll never have to dread Sundays again. Huh? What did you just... What do you know? Oh, don't be so surprised. We're both women, and neither of us has many other friends. Why would there be any secrets between us? It's okay, Elpedia. You don't have to worry about anything anymore. There's nothing to be afraid of, and nothing to feel guilty about. You can dedicate your whole being to following your beloved's orders. The whole world has been wiped clean. Now it's nothing but endless white. It's only a matter of time until these Lostbelts fall apart too. We're all just killing time until the foreign god graces us with their presence. So, why not enjoy ourselves while we wait? You! So relax. Don't worry about anything anymore. Let's just sit back and enjoy our never-ending Wednesday, Odin's Day, together, shall we? Okay. Yes, it's already 9 o'clock. Oh shit! God damn! 3rd anniversary. 30 sync chords. Woo! Nice. I guess that's what they were talking about. Oh, 126 sync chords. Yeah, baby. I'm probably going to be saving up for Scotty, and I'll be collecting much like a Thanos does. Holy fuck, man. Let me see you on that Twitter right now. This is going to be interesting. What was that? Hell yeah. No, Scotty, thanks. Okay. Alright, 30 sync chords for that 3rd anniversary. I guess that's what they were talking about. It's a little too early. Save it for that Scotty. Venom, no thanks. Let me see this summoning. I don't think it's not here yet.
Nope, not quite there yet. Probably in the 3rd anniversary it will appear. We'll save it up. Lord of Creation and... Shutting down high-speed mode now. Good work hanging on, everyone. Our current estimate location is atop what used to be Lake Vanern, the lake northwest of Lake Vattern, which means this village almost certainly didn't exist in proper human history.
We're here! Welcome to my village! Woo woo! This is so strange and wonderful. I thought guests only showed up in steins. I never thought I'd get to actually welcome new guests myself one day. And you must both be envoys too.
Have you never had anyone visit from outside your village before?
No, we haven't. All the villages really keep to themselves. Oh, but maybe it's different at the other villages?
I see.
What's this village called?
Come to think of it, you never did tell us your village name, did you, Gerda? The part that stands out the most to me is the large gate that makes up what looks to be the only entrance. I don't know much about architectural design, but this place does seem to have its own unique style. I also sense powerful magical energy here. The whole village is surrounded by a bounded field centered on that large gate. It's designed to keep away giants, beasts, and other beings related to magecraft. I can feel it weighing down on me too, though only a little. Although I didn't notice it at all until I was inside. I'm guessing it's the snow. The magical energy mixed in with the snow and ice, and the magical energy that makes up this village's bounded field are extremely similar. It's a very static, sedate kind of energy, as if its presence were the most natural thing in the world. It's calm, gentle, and very stable in the amount of magical energy it holds. Maybe kind is a little too vague, but I'm not quite sure how else to put it.
So, like, magecraft designed to enrich people's lives?
Yes, that's a much clearer way to put it, senpai. All that aside, this village is really spacious. Maybe that's because there are so few houses and a large plot of farmland in the center. I can see they grow all sorts of crops here. There's wheat, numerous fruit trees. It's just like Gerda said, it's as warm here as it was in that flower garden. This explains how people could survive even in a Lostbelt predominantly made up of snow, ice, and fire. Although, there's still one thing I don't understand. If bounded fields are so crucial to ensuring people's way of life here, who put them up?
Boo boo boo!
Maybe magecraft is just a part of everyday life here, even more than it was in Russia. Or maybe there's someone in these villages who knows how to work with bounded fields.
Bounded field? Are you talking about the charm on the gate? I didn't really understand most of what you were talking about. But, I do know that every village gate always has a charm on it. The envoy put them there for us. They keep out all the giants, the ice beasts, really anything scary. I'm surprised you two didn't know that, since you're envoys. Is that just the way it works, Lady Mash?
Oh, well, I think you may have the wrong idea about us. I don't believe we're what you call envoys. Although, if envoys is the term you use for visitors, then I suppose we might qualify.
Oh, I got through. Let me see. Is this thing on? This is a shadow border. Can you hear me, field ops?
Ah! Boo-boo!
Director? Director, it's you! I thought we couldn't communicate once we got a few kilometers away.
Yes, well, my technical advisor has been testing out a number of different things in between her work on repairing the border. All under my impeccable supervision, of course. And thanks to those efforts, we've been able to deploy a Mr. Code drone to extend our comm range. I was told it should help us both observe and communicate over greater distances. But I didn't think it's just suddenly start working now, of all times. But just my luck. Neither our technical advisor nor any staff are here in the cockpit right now. They're all out repairing the border.
Oh, who's this tiny see-through tubby man? He's fat! I've never seen a fat person before. So this is what they call chubby.
Chubby?
Is he a friend of yours, Lady Mash? Does that mean he's an envoy too? Oh.
Tubby? Did she call me Tubby?
Well, this is a communicator. It's a tool we have for talking to people far away. Also, the director may be big boned, but...
Is that a child a native of this place? Then you must have found a safe village. Then again, if that foul-mouthed little brat who doesn't understand that marking people's body type is not acceptable is anything to go by, then her culture must still be at the nadir of civilization.
Huh?
Well, no matter. Children do tend to be naturally cruel, and my skin is quite thick by this point. I'm not the least bit bothered. So, never mind the child. Just give me the detailed report about your situation.
Blah 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 blah.
So, you made your way to this village after rescuing that child. It seems you put your experience in Russia to good use. Or, I suppose I should say my supervisory role in Russia has benefited you even after that Lostbelt. Not bad, making it as far this fast. Let me begin by congratulating you on your good work. I'll be sure to share your information with the rest of the staff, including technical advisor. Now, given that our connection is still unstable, and we can't talk for long, it seems it's time I took matters into my own hands.
Boo!
That sounds pretty dangerous for you.
What do you think I am? Some adventure-crazed nut like the rest of you? I'm talking about the remote interrogation of a local via this transmission. But not this child, obviously. We won't get anything useful out of her. Now then, little one.
Me?
Run along and get your parents, if you don't mind. I need to talk to them.
Parents? What are those?
Huh? Your mother and father, of course. If they're dead, your legal guardian will do.
Oh, you mean the goddess? I hear she is everyone's mother. Every human is a goddess child, after all. But I'm afraid the goddess isn't here, Mr. Chubby. Ooh.
Gerda?
Don't tell me you have no concept of parents. I've never heard of such a culture. I suppose it is possible some newer religions, but given your primitive looking clothing, I can imagine your village is part of something like that. What is going on? Alright then, just fetch me your village elder, or mayor, or your supervisor. I don't know.
Supervisor?
Yes, a capable, distinguished person who is in charge of everything, like me.
Distinguished? Does being a chubby person make you distinguished?
That has nothing to do with it! Good heavens, girls. Didn't your parents raise you too? Oh, right, you don't have parents, do you? Well, you know, somebody with authority in your village.
What?
The most amazing person in your village. The one you can always count on to help you out.
Are you talking about envoys? Lady Mash is certainly more amazing than normal people. The only other amazing people I can think of are the giants and envoy. But the envoy isn't coming until tomorrow.
Envoy?
Gerda calls me an envoy too. I'm afraid I'm still not sure what she means by it.
What I mean? An envoy's an envoy, right? I mean, no human could ever defeat a giant. But never mind that. I still need to show you around properly, don't I? Welcome, honor envoys. Oh, you too, Mr. Tiny See-Through Chum. Welcome to our home, Village 23. Please, let me repay you for saving my life. You can spend the night in my house. I'll be 13 soon, after all, so I've already got my own house. We can have dinner in front of my fireplace. Oh, I could get out that meat I've been saving for a special occasion too. This will be great. We can have freshly baked bread, and I'll get some fish too. I'll go fishing before it gets dark and make sure to catch the biggest one in the pond. Boo boo! Boo boo!
Wait, hang on. What did your What did you say your village name was?
Village 23, right?
Yes, that's right. What about it?
Well, it just sounds a bit...
That's not like any name for a village I know.
There's nothing strange about it. After all, it's Gerda! Gerda's back! Welcome back, Gerda! I can't believe it! You came back from the outside! And you did get the herbs, the legends talked about? The lava's gonna be alright! Hooray! Who are they? Ooh, there's a white animal too! It is an animal, right? What is it? Is it a mouse? Woohoo! Goo! Wow, you're so pretty, miss! And your black armor is so awesome! Pretty hair, pretty face. You look like the Envoy. Oh, are you Envoy too? Your boobies are so big.
Oh my god.
Your boobies are so big. Ooh, you look so cool in that armor.
Senpai, what?
The old guy's so chubby. Why are you smaller than us even though you look so old, mister?
Be quiet! Do you children ever stop squawking? Just run off and play, would you? Or better yet, go and fetch a grown-up.
I don't actually see any grown-ups.
That's true. I haven't seen a single adult yet. Since this village appears to rely on agriculture for its survival, it may be that everyone of working age is just out in the fields. But if that's the case, then why aren't there any elderly people around?
What? Is that true?
Well, of course. It's mostly children here. That's how it is everywhere, right? Besides, you're so funny, Lady Mouse. Everyone knows the elderly are just from legends. Of course, you're not going to find any in the village. I mean...
Huh?
Every grown-up leaves when they turn 25, right?
As in, leaves the village?
Of course.
Huh?
What in the world are you saying? They couldn't possibly survive out there. What went all the giants roaming about?
Yes, I know. Every grown-up with a 10-year-old child leaves once they turn 25 and gets eaten by a giant.
What?
So nobody ever lives past 25. And if you haven't had a child by 15, then you have to go too. I've heard that's true for every village. At least all the villages from 1 to 100.
What? Then, you're telling us there are no adults over the age of 25 there? None? And that people who turn 15 without having children have to leave to die?
Children and the grown-ups raising them are the only ones allowed to live in the 100 villages the goddess and her envoys made for us, after all. Huh? Minnie Mouse? Not so fast? Mr. Chubby? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Why are you all so shocked? That's just how it is. It's the same everywhere, right? I'm turning 15 in 2 years, so if I don't have any children by then, splat! That'll be it for me.
This is absurd. Everything you're saying is ridiculous. Well, the way your mind works is, do you even grasp what you're saying? You're telling us there are only 100 people in each village? That you have to die if you don't have a child before you turn 15? That you'll die in 2 years? Are you some kind of homunculus? How can you say things like that as if they were normal? You even look happy about it.
Oh. Huh? You two both? What happened? Why do you sound so sad all of a sudden? Oh no, did I say something to offend you again? Uh-oh, now what did I do?
Maybe you shouldn't say that before. That is something like so bit of torturing or something like that.
What an elegant castle you have here. I like it very much. It's wonderful design, of course, but I also love your choice of materials. It's made completely out of ice, after all. No human could ever live here, no matter how beautiful it is. The perfect witch's castle. Something humankind yearns for, but can never hope to reach. You really do have excellent taste, Your Majesty. Who said this was made to my taste? Oh my, you mean it isn't? Does that mean you prefer something more typical, like Cinderella's castle? Cinderella. I'd never heard the name, but she certainly sounds interesting. She must have lived a life full of hope and surprise, one far removed from the life of a woman of ice and snow like myself. Oh yes, without a doubt. The early part with her stepsisters abusing her is great, but then she comes out on top at the end, and the stepsister get there just deserts. It's a positively repulsive story. I'm just so relieved that you aren't like that, Your Majesty. After all, you hate happy endings, don't ya? Just look at this code. Utilitarian world you've designed. It makes me want to friend you on Mage Book. I'd love to know just how many human lives you've seen come to a miserable end. After all, you didn't build this castle for humanity to enjoy, did you, oh goddess? No, I did not. This castle exists for me, not for the benefit of humans. I will admit that Odin was a fine man in his own right, but he was also a god. He would never bestow upon me a castle designed to accommodate humans. The Allfather would never concern himself with human weakness. Thought would never even cross his mind. Indeed, humans are weak, frail, so very fragile. Their lives are snuffed out by the mere passage of time. That is why they will always need the boundless love of a god to sustain them. Oh my, love, you say? I guess I had you figured wrong after all. So that's how you're running this place. You have 100 villages with about 100 residents each, making for a worldwide population of no more than 10,000 people. Under most circumstances, they would just end up going extinct, but you kept them around for generations without letting the numbers increase. Their world was revolved around the empty happiness of their daily lives, and the heartless suffering that comes right at the end. There's no point in tormenting people like that. No wonder I've been so unmotivated here. It turns out this place was filled with love all along. Couldn't possibly get further from my tastes. Of course. Humans must not die out. They too are my beloved children. They too survived the days of scorching flame. As their god, I will never stop loving humans. I cannot speak to other worlds, but that is the way of this one. I decided long ago that I would love my children for eternity. Why would I ever destroy them? Then you really have no intention of destroying humans. Does that mean Your Majesty thinks they're worth protecting? You certainly ask many strange questions, foxwoman. I would never think to destroy them. Every creature in my domain is treated the same way. Did I not tell you what that was? It is a simple question. Do I kill them or love them? If they are an enemy, then I kill them. If not, I love them. To be the mother of the Scandinavia is to love all creatures, great and small. None must die out. None shall die by my hand. Even if Odin himself proved to be incapable of such a feat, I will never stop trying, no matter how many thousands of years it may take. That said, yes? That said, at times, the giants must be offered a sacrifice.
Opudia, your concerns prove to be well-founded. The Russian Lostbelt has been destroyed. It won't be much longer before it disappears entirely. Now that world will never be capable of welcoming a new god. What a pity. All the more so given the strength of its history. In regards to Kadak, I said all I had to say during our meeting, so I won't be repeating myself here. But I do need to commend you for your outstanding accuracy in predicting this outcome.
I didn't. You give me far too much credit, Lord Kustaria.
Ophelia, I want you to run your Lostbelt however you see fit. Once the Tree of Emptiness has taken root in the world, it is not that world's king who will continue to develop it, but we cryptors. In the end, that responsibility falls to us alone. We cannot delegate it to anyone else. The Queen of Ice and Snow is both generous and cruel. I understand dealing with her must be quite stressful, but I want you to persevere. I know you are more than capable of doing so. You have your own fire burning inside you, yet you keep yourself as cold as ice. That is why I know I can trust you with Scandinavia.
With all due respect, Lord Kustaria, I can't take any credit for predicting this. I was speaking solely based on my own feelings. I'm so ashamed. Here you are praising me for keeping my cool, and I failed utterly to do so.
It's alright. What you said was exactly what Kadak needed to hear. No amount of cool-headed logic was ever going to help him with his complex about me. Your admonition was far more effective than any encouragement I could have given him, even if it did come too late. At any rate, none of the other cryptos know that Russia has fallen. I only heard about it from Canis, and you from Konyanskaya. Akuda has cut off all communications. It seems her Lostbelt's king is quite a find. After all, even Akuda of all people couldn't help but frown when she made her report. I even heard her sigh. I can only imagine her Lostbelt's king must be either extremely unruly or extremely daring. I would love to speak with them myself at some point.
Hinako, Sai? That is a surprise. I never once saw her so much as crack a smile, even around Peperoncino. That aside, shouldn't we tell the other cryptos about Kadak?
No need for that. His failure has no impact on their work, after all. Given that Peperoncino's Lostbelt has an alter ego, it's only a matter of time until he learns about it. But Barrow's Lostbelt is nearly on the verge of disappearing itself, so I imagine he has his hands full just keeping things going.
Are you sure we can trust Barrow? The man is a criminal, a murderer. He kills just for the fun of it. He is a disgrace to humanity. I don't see how a killer known as Werewolf and despised throughout the clock tower could ever hope to successfully expand a Lostbelt.
All that is part of why I trust him to uphold his end, Ophelia. Barrow is just as good at deceiving himself as he is others. The more distasteful he finds a job, the more earnestly he will work to see it done. As for Kadak, there's no need for you to concern yourself with his well-being. Just focus on getting rid of Chaldea. I have every confidence you can do it. You are far more capable than me when it comes to combat, as your miraculous eye can even wound servants. The clock tower authority figures are gone. They have no sway in this world. No one will hold you back anymore. You are free to use your power however you like. Your eye is no longer that of a shunned child.
Thank you for saying so, Lord Kustaria. I will bear that in mind.
Your Scandinavian Lostbelt is a rare and important one, particularly given that one of the old gods still resides there. What's more, she is benevolent. Having her accept and support our new world will be a tremendous asset. I have high hopes that you will be able to convince her, Ophelia.
Thank you, Lord Kustaria. I won't let you down.
Oh yes, I almost forgot. Canis should be paying you a visit soon. Treat him as you like.
Thank you for your consideration, Lord Kustaria. But I'm afraid I have to tell you something. Canis is a divine spirit, and beyond my ability to keep in check. I hope you'll forgive me if I'm unable to stop her from clashing with my Lostbelt's king.
So you're concerned that the queen and your knight may end up destroying Canis' spirit urgent. I see. That's most encouraging to hear, Ophelia. This only reaffirms my decision to entrust you with this Lostbelt. I look forward to your next report. I expect that will be when new seeds have formed.
Wodime. Lord Kushtarya Wodime.
That's a woman's face. I've seen faces like that before. I may not know any personally, but I can't help but remember them. So, you really are a woman at heart, Alpedia.
You're not meant to use your spirit form for peeping. Your job is only to keep me safe. Don't misunderstand me. You are my knight, my sword and shield. I never asked or wanted anything more from you, and that's never going to change. Know your place, Saber. Or do I need to remind you about my serious light?
I know I'm supposed to protect you and kill your enemies, Alpedia, but is that necessary here? Yes, humans have demonstrated incredible power before. At times, they've rebelled against gods, tricked giants, and even killed dragons. But not here. The humans here aren't people anymore. The livestock. None of them are any threat to you. These humans used to be just like the ones in proper human history. Weak, transient beings whose only purpose was to be our prey.
This world belongs to a goddess. Even if there are less than 10,000 humans here, it is still a pure land ruled by a goddess of old. Lord Kushtarya even said it could end up the last Lostbelt left standing. The fact that a goddess rules it also means it's the perfect place to experiment. That's why this Lostbelt has so much potential. In fact, it is far more than the sum of its parts.
Oh,
In terms of potential, at any rate. If we can grow our tree to maturity, we might be able to breathe new life into humanity and nature alike. I don't care how much contempt you have for humanity as a result of your origins and temperament. All I care about is that you don't let your guard down. Again, you're my shield and my sword. Don't forget that. You and I share the same responsibility. We must grow this Lostbelt's tree of emptiness to full maturity. That is your sole concern.
I've never been much of a gardener, but if you insist, Alpedia, I guess I've got no choice.
I can still feel his gaze. I guess my knight will always be peeping on me, no matter how many times I tell him not to. I can tell you're still there, smirking at me from behind my back. Just how long are you planning on watching me? I know I said you're my knight, but that doesn't mean...
Oof.
Oh? You again, huh? The way you completely lack any presence, I mistook you for a servant. Is there something you want to say to me? I certainly hope you're not going to comment on my womanhood like Saber did. I can't hear anything. What's your name? Am I ever going to get to hear what you sound like? Well, you already know my name.
Who is that anyway? It's nighttime already.
It's no use. I can't seem to get through to the border.
I wonder why we got through earlier.
Yes, you're right, senpai. Hey, there you are. Hi guys, can y'all see my astonishingly beautiful face? Hey Fo, you're here too, huh? Foo. Da Vinci. I doubt we have much time to talk, so I'll keep this brief. I pieced together what's going on here using the data collected with my mystic code, Joan, and the info Gordy gave me. Oh, he's asleep now, by the way. The last thing he said was, "Grr, enough of this! I'm going to rest in the captain's room. Wake me when it's time for breakfast." Woohoo! Now then, there are basically 3 different kinds of beings here. And by beings, It's worth noting that I'm talking about strong, dominant creatures, not necessarily those of intelligence who have formed civilizations. Alright, so first, we have the giants, tough, exceedingly strong predators. Second, we have humans who can't survive outside their villages. And third, we have envoys and their goddess. Seems safe to say both are well above humans on the proverbial totem pole in this Lostbelt. I'm sure the ice beasts are stronger than humans too, but they appear to be the giants' pets and seem to have no real will of their own, so I have left them out. So far so good. As for regular creatures, they seem to be almost non-existent here. Ordinary plants and animals just barely exist in the occasional flower garden. Each of these fields seems to be a warm place that just happen to be perfectly situated between the fire and ice zones. So, putting all that aside as an exception to the three broad categories. In this Lostbelt, I'm afraid it looks like humanity is nowhere near the top of the food chain. If anything, they seem to be at the very bottom. The bottom? So I don't think we should be counting these humans as possible additions to our ranks. I doubt that either their civilization or magecraft are all that developed. I mean, you haven't seen a single machine since you got there, right? And that girl you ran into out in the wilderness didn't even have a communication device, let alone a ward against giants. The humans that live here simply have no means of surviving outside of these villages. Yes, that all makes sense. At least for this village, Village 23, the outside world may as well not exist. We did run into Gerda outside, but that was an unusual case. She would never have left if circumstances hadn't forced her to. The only reason this village ever opens its gates is to... right, to thin the herd. As peaceful as this place now looks, now that we have a clear picture of what's going on, I'd say it's just as cruel as Russia, though in a different way. We still don't know much about these envoys and their goddess, who I assume are more or less running in the show here. We also don't have any idea whether they might be willing to help us. It's very possible they may already be working with the cryptors, so keep that in mind. Ah crap, we're losing our connection again. Alright, one last bit of info. We still haven't found anywhere you could use to summon servants, so I'm afraid you'll need to keep scouting a ley line.
Foo! Lady Mash! Foo! Not so fast! Huh? Was you just talking to a tiny person? Oh, it must have been Mr. Chubb!
Well, yes, we were talking to someone, but I'm afraid we just lost the connection.
Connection? What's been connected? You know, so many things I've never heard about, Lady Mash. And you have so many things I've never seen before. Having you around is so much fun. I wasn't sure if an envoy like you wouldn't like my cooking, but you even said my bread and fish were really tasty. You're so kind and strong and just wonderful. I just love spending time with you. When you stay tomorrow night too? I know you must have work since tomorrow's a special day and all, but if you don't mind...
I'm sorry, but I really don't think we're the kind of envoy you're thinking of.
Sure you're not. Wait, did you get here a day early? All because of me? Oh, if you did, then I apologize. The last thing I want to do is make trouble for you.
No, it's not that. Senpai, how can I clear up this misunderstanding? I'm not sure there's anything we can say that would help her understand. Yes, I suppose you're right. In that case, I'll hold up on trying to convince her. That said, there is something I still want to ask her. Is that alright with you, Senpai? I've got a lot of things I'm curious about, too. Thank you, Senpai. Gerda, could I talk to you for a bit?
What is it, Lady Mash?
Well, you see...
Hold it! I'll ask the questions here.
I thought we'd lost our connection again.
I was just looking to see if we had some sleeping pills when I heard our connection was back online. In fact, I've been listening in for the last half a minute or so. I'll take it from here, Mash. Between the two of us, it's clear who's the better negotiator. You there, child. This is a question of a rather personal nature. You may answer it however you like.
Huh?
I'd like to ask you something.
What is it, Lady Mash?
You've obviously been living here in this Lostbelt. I mean, village, your whole life.
That's a wrong one. Lady Mash, that's supposed to be Chubby. Oh well.
How do you feel about it?
Huh?
Does it weigh on you? Do you ever think about your future? About what's going to happen when you grow up? Don't you wish you could see the world outside your tiny village without having to live in fear of giants? Haven't you ever wished to be free?
Future. Free. World.
Gerda, in this world, no matter how healthy you are, you'll never get to live past your 20s. How can you be so cheerful about that? How does it not worry you?
Huh? Please cheer up, Lady Mash. You too, Mr. Chop. Why are you both so sad? I'm sorry. I wish I could answer you, but I'm afraid I don't understand what either of you are talking about. Maybe it's because I never learned how to read or write well. What do you mean by future? I mean, I think I know what the word means. It means the time after tomorrow, right? This is hard.
That hard, huh?
I know what free means too. It's when you're not stuck inside your home or tied down with rope, right? In that case, I am free. I can go anywhere I want in the whole village. I can go to the farmland in the village center or to the pond, and I can visit anyone's house I like. I can even go to Laura's house and see the new baby if I want.
In our world, people get to live for a long time.
Even longer than 25?
Yes, much, much longer. Some people live longer than others, of course, but
That's right. Many live to be 80 or 90 or even more. And they don't just have children. Some people also have grandchildren and great-grandchildren. If they live long enough, of course. Some people are still unfortunate enough to have their lives cut short by illness or accident. But that's a long way off from no one ever living past 25. The only ones destined to die early are homunculi. Not that they're any concern of mine, though.
Grandchildren? Great-grandchildren?
Indeed, and even if one never has children or grandchildren, many people still choose to spend their long lives with people they love. Even if they never have families of their own, some people spend their lives among friends and comrades, working towards goals of their own choosing. Grr, why am I even talking about this? It's not as though we mages get to live ordinary, happy lives. But fine, if no one else will say it, then I will. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with all of you? How can you be happy about a life doomed to be cut short? How are you not angry, or even afraid? The Yaga may have had to survive in brutal conditions, but at least they were still free to live to old age. Grr, this whole thing really bothers me, and now our connection is acting up too. I'm going to bed. Goodbye!
At a loss for words.
Oh,
Mr. Chubb is right, Miss Gerda. Our world was very complicated, but it also offered us endless possibilities. I think that's because we were able to grow up agreeing and disagreeing with all kinds of people throughout our lives. That's how humans have always been. I'm sure it's no different here in Scandinavia. People can do anything they set their mind to. I think that's what it really means to be free. In practice, there may be far more things we can't do than we can. But even so, I think that's what everyone wants.
Mash.
Gerda, is there Anything in this world that you would wish for?
Wish for? Well, let's see. I got a medicinal herb I was looking for, and tonight's dinner was yummy. So, I actually can't think of anything else I want right now. Usually I do, though. Really. Sometimes I want to catch a big fish at the pond, or I want my bread to turn out really well. Those sorts of things. Oh, sometimes I wish I could see another beautiful rainbow again, like I did that one time. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I know I'm not giving you a good answer, but I don't really understand your questions. Still, everything you said sounds lovely. Getting you to meet an elderly person, doing anything you want.
Not at all. I'm the one who should be apologizing, Gerda. I didn't mean to confuse you. I'm sorry.
Oh no, please don't be. I'm not confused. I really did think it was lovely. I mean, I have understood everything you meant, but I did think it sounded absolutely amazing. It was just so... I can't even begin to imagine at all. That's never happened to me before. I guess it's true what they said about envoys being difficult to understand. There's still so much I don't know about children. But you said in your world, there are also grandchildren and great-grandchildren? I can't imagine getting to see so many generations of children. I guess that's something you can do if you get to be elderly. I never thought about that sort of thing before. After all.
Okay. Oh, thanks for subscribing, Poke Fu 103. After all, nobody can ever live that long. Okay. Alright. Let's see. What is this thing here? Critical strength. I'll just use this one. Let's do this. Good morning, Bo. You're up awfully early today. No, I didn't have any trouble sleeping at all. Since I'm a demi servant, I always wake up early. Sleep deprivation is one of the worst things you can do for your health. So you need to make sure you get plenty of sleep, Bo. That goes for you too, Mash. Thank you, Senpai. Well, I'm fine. My magical energy is fully replenished, and Ortonox is working perfectly. Its auto-maintenance function works so well that it almost feels fresh out of Da Vinci's workshop. Yes, I'm doing fine. This morning, we'll be going out around the village to find out whatever information we can. And in the afternoon, we'll be setting out to explore more of Scandinavia. I was hoping to learn more about that land around here, but I'm not sure they even have any maps. Come to think of it, I wonder where Gerda went. She wasn't anywhere to be found in her house, right? Maybe she had some errands she needed to... Wait, huh? I guess I'd better go after him. Bo, you're not supposed to run up on your own. Got you. Huh? There's something happening over there? Congratulations! Congratulations! It's great you all made it today. Thanks for everything. I'm so glad that God has brought us together.
Say hi to everyone when you get there. We had to say goodbye to 3 people just last year.
Here, these flowers are for you. All the boys grew them together. We hope that you can use them to decorate your new home.
Hey, we girls help you too, you know? This is exactly what I hate, boys. You're such jerks.
Hey, no saying Jack. You know we're not allowed to use any bad words today.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just forget it. I didn't even to say it.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. It makes us really happy getting a bon bouquet from you like this. It really does. You all follow the goddess's teaching so well and have grown up to be such wonderful children. We're so glad. Oh.
It really does. You all follow Goddess teaching so well and have grown up to be such wonderful children. We're so glad. Make sure you all get along even after we've left. We can't wait to see you again when you come join us one day. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Look. There's a few grown-ups there. I guess they really do exist. Even though we didn't see anything yesterday. It looks like the children are giving them something. Flowers?
Those are special flowers. It took 6 months for all the children to grow them. They're really important.
Why's that?
You can't go to Valhalla without them. Only souls with proof that they were loved can go there. The goddess decided long ago. So long it would make your head spin. So that's why all the children grow flowers. It's our job.
Valhalla?
That's where certain people go when they die in Norse mythology, right?
Specifically, it's a place where the souls of chosen heroes gather. At least, it's supposed to be. Valhalla, Odin's palace, Hall of Warriors. In Norse legend, it's said that only souls chosen by the Valkyries can ever go there. Of course, that also means the only people who can go there are, by definition, dead. A land of the dead. Then, when Gerda said today was special, does that mean...
Oh my, that's right. I haven't thanked you nearly enough. I haven't, have I? Lady Mash, Lady Soapbox, boom! If you hadn't saved me from those giants, they had squished me before I had the chance to get my own bullquet. Then my soul would have just wandered around forever. I did never get to go to Valhalla. So thank you so much. I really can't ever thank you enough. Oh.
What the hell is this?
That big gate is the exit. I know we used to enter village when we came back from picking medicine and herbs yesterday, but that's not really what it's for. It's very meant for leaving. Just leaving. It's where the chosen grown-ups go on the ordained day. Nobody ever uses to come in.
Envoy, oh envoy, we have come to offer you everything, in accordance with the word of the Heavenly Mother.
The adults are prostrating themselves. It looks like they're performing some kind of ritual.
They always do that. They're supposed to. I will have to do that someday too. It might be in 2 years or 12 years, but one day I'll have to. You have to bow your head, close your eyes, and count to, I think it was 3 10s. Anyway, once you finish counting, that's when one comes. From the gate? No, from the sky. Fall?
The sky?
24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Look, over there.
Humans. Oh, humans, today is the ordained day. Oh, humans, today is the day your lives shall be taken. Ah! Know that this is an act of love. Know that through this act, the last remaining deity, the goddess, extends her hand to you out of love. Oh humans, bow your heads. Give thanks to the ice, the snow, and the light.
Envoy! Oh glorious Valkyrie, gleaming bright! Please take grown-ups with you! They follow out of the goddess teachings and raised us. The ones who couldn't raise us played with us until they were 14. None of them are bad people, so please take them with you to Valhalla! Wow! Oh!
Envoy? One who takes souls to Valhalla? They're here. Envoy. Angel. Wait, no! I'm sensing an extremely powerful magical energy signal coming from the sky. They're either a pseudo-god or a demi-god. But either way, their magical energy is incredibly powerful. This must be one of the beings known in proper human history as the daughters of Odin. The Valkyries. Oh humans, rejoice! I shall open the gate great for you, in accordance with divine law. Walk through it. Do not hesitate. Meet your end as sacrifices to the giants. Do that, and your soul shall be taken to the Hall of Warriors, though you have never known battle. Rejoice, humans, and be glad. This is love bestowed upon you by the one true goddess.
Thank you, O Envy. We are endlessly grateful for the blessings you and the goddess have bestowed upon us.
We will go to meet our end. Please, open the gate for us. Very well, it shall be done. And so your lives shall end.
Hold it!
Huh? Humans, what is this strange sound? This is astonishing. It is a crime most grave. Who would interrupt this most sacred ritual? This ritual marks the solemn, glorious end of humans' lives. It is not to be trifled with. Please wait, Envoy. Or rather, Valkyrie.
Huh? What are you doing, Lady Mash? You're not supposed to go against tradition on an ordained day.
Valkyrie, you said these grown-ups would go to Valhalla, to Odin's palace, the Hall of Warriors. In Norse mythology, Valhalla is supposed to be the final resting place for the souls of brave heroes. But these people don't even have swords, let alone armor. They're not warriors. And you mean to send them to their death? To be killed by giants? Even though they worship you? Heathens. Our share of records reported that heathens had invaded our holy land. And now here you stand. In that case, it falls to me to execute you. Wait! Ha! Humans, know that it is futile to resist. Humans, know that the will to resist is itself a great offense. You two are. Ah, yes, I see now. You have passed the age of 15 without having children, haven't you? Then you must die. Your souls will never ascend to Valhalla. You will simply be consumed by giants and die, loveless and alone. Loveless? We don't know this Scandinavia. We have no way of knowing what it is you value. But I do know what you're doing here is not love. It's cruel. And I don't just mean offering innocent people up to giants. I mean ending children's lives before they've had a chance to grow up. And I will not just look the other way while that happens here. Master!
You said it. Let's do this, Mash.
Right, preparing for battle.
No, Lady Mash, please. Envoys aren't supposed to argue with each other.
I'm sorry, Gerda, but I'm not an envoy. That's why I will fight her on this.
人使いの荒いやつだ。いいぜ、やればいいんだろ。
背中を押せ。どこだ。では死ねえ。
You fucker.
あいや、あいつ浮世は終わりだ。先に行ってる。
Jesus Christ.
夢の終わりだ。やれ、あいつ直視死が俺の前に立つんじゃない。浮世は終わりだ。先に行ってる。
How the fuck you keep getting so much crits for this bullshit?
ああ、
背中を押せ。
直視死が俺の前に立つんじゃない。
どこだ。
フェイズ2。
やれやれ、なんだよ。
背中を押せ。どこだ。
適正反応の沈黙を確認。戦闘終了。
Fucking right to death right there. Fucking last attack right there, Grams. 5% chance of insta death with normal attack. Okay, I'll take that. I like more for this shit. Guess I would just go keep on more for that. Grams, I guess. There'll be more Valkyries. How can a human defeat an envoy? I may be human, but I'm also Demi servant who once possessed the power of a heroic spirit. The sort who is exactly the kind of hero whose soul Valkyries would have desired, at least in proper human history. Given your nature, you can't ignore the remains of that hero inside me. That's why... The soul of a hero. 2,000 and several hundred years since I was manufactured, and never once did I get to see one. Target has disappeared. The Ortonox output drop is within tolerance. I'm still good to go.
Boo! Boo! Q!
She wasn't a servant. She did give off a magical energy signal, but she wasn't summoned here. Which would mean, here in 2020, this Scandinavian Lostbelt is home to...
There are lots and lots of envoys. Lots and lots and lots. Why did you do that, Lady Mouse? How could you fight another envoy? The goddess is going to be really mad. The envoy's gone. Just vanished into thin air. Is that even possible? Huh? Now what's going to happen with the ritual? This isn't right. It doesn't make any sense. We gave them the bullcrap, but the envoy never opened the gate. We can't open it out. We can't open it ourselves, right? Good, I did yesterday. We can't do that on the ordained date, right?
Oh no, this is terrible. The envoy's gone. She was supposed to take us to Valhalla.
It's okay. The envoys are servants of the goddess, right? Even one disappears,
more will come in her place. There, look! See that light in the sky? Foo! 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 Go! I'm sending lots of new magical energy signals in the sky. The Ortonox should be fine to handle a series of consecutive battles. Amalgam Gold is in good shape. It should stand up to combat, at a minimum. It also seems that the envoys view the people of these villages as something to be protected. When we fought, it seemed like she didn't want to hurt the people or damage the village. I'm willing to bet that the next envoys will probably take the same approach. I'm sorry. I really should be apologizing for all this. I was foolish, reckless.
Hey, it's okay. I would have said the same.
Thank you, Master. Multiple magical energy signals approaching quickly from above. Here they come. Initiating combat while maintaining Ortonox output. Requesting orders and backup, Master. Oh boy.
出番か？人使いの荒いやつだ。
背中選んだ。どこだ？では死ねえ。
了解。受諾いたしました。はっ。フーマ。
God damn.
通信だ。
Nice, Tato.
あの金の値が聞こえる。信託は下った。
受諾いたしました。
聞くがよい。万象は汝の名を指し示した。アズライ。
ぜい。
どこだ。シャッ。
あ、やれやれ。直視。死が俺の前に立つんじゃない。そこだ。浮世は終わりだ。先に言ってろ。
シャッ。
Okay.
フェイズ2。神明解放。了解。受諾いたしました。風よ集え。家臣レースを起動。からくり原砲。ロンギュー。ぜい。からくり忍術。了解。受諾いたしました。
やれやれ。
はっ。
いいぜ。やればいいんだ。夢の終わりだ。
了解。
選んだな。
直視。死が 前に立つんじゃない。
どこだ。
終わり？じゃあ後始末は任せたぜ。
Alright, still got a battle more.
Phew. All envoys have disappeared. The village remains unharmed. I never imagined so many would show up all at once like this. The Orthodox output has dropped, but the auto maintenance function should restore it in 10 seconds. As long as we have that much time before enemy reinforcements arrive, we should be fine.
Boo! 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 Gear! Gear!
Even more magical energy signals are gathering in the sky. I believe they mean to attack after gathering enough of their forces. The Orthodox auto maintenance function should finish in time, but the situation could change significantly, depending on how long the envoys keep attacking. Gah.
And we won't be getting help from the border.
Right. There's a pretty tremendous difference in firepower between them. If another Valkyrie with the same amount of magical energy as that first one shows up, will Senpai and I still be able to win?
Lady Mash? Lady Mash? Please stop. Please don't fight with the other envoys. Besides, you're clearly in terrible pain. Please.
Gerda,
Why does they take the flowers? The grown-ups are supposed to go through the gate. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's always been. Once they do, the giants show up and squish them in no time. I've seen it from the crack in the gate lots of times. Smoosh! They don't say anything. They can't do anything. But that's okay. I'm not afraid. I know I'll get to go to Valhalla as long as the envoy is watching me. That's what the goddess decided. There's nothing wrong with that. It might be just a tiny bit scary. But once I'm squished, it's all be over, and I'll be fine. So...
There's nothing fun about that. Nobody's dying on my watch if I can help it. Nobody!
Senpai.
But why? This is how it's been since forever and ever.
I'm sorry, Gerda, but I'm not putting down my shield. Even if this is the way things are done here, even if it's what you all want, we don't want to give up on anything and on anyone. Whether it's one life or two or millions. Magical energy signals. Senpai, multiple enemies are diving towards us simultaneously. They're going to use all their noble phantasm at... some sort of powerful light shot toward the envoys. A gunshot? No, it's cannon fire.
I turn to see flames burning bright. No, not flames. A man, a human inferno. The titanic cannon he holds in his arms is pointed towards the sky. His smile is as dazzling as the first rays of the morning sun. A true man among men, standing taller and prouder than anyone else nearby.
You call? Yeah, you did. No need to say anything. I can tell. Well, here I am!
Alright, just gonna do one last battle before I'm gonna end that stream. I'll just use Jack the Ripper. Very good against a female. Noble fanaticism.
How do you like my little cannon here? Just magnifique, non? Just magnifique, non? Haha! Nothing better than a fine gentleman like myself fighting off a swarm of angels. Well, I guess these aren't angels, huh? No wings. No, wait, scratch that. Didn't angels originally have wings because of some old winged Egyptian god or something like that? Ah well, at this point, I guess it doesn't matter either way.
I see. Though they were just mass-produced models, this one can blast away several at once. I also see he is working with the individual known as Masculine. Servants are beings that threaten the goddess rule. Thus, they are to be eradicated, not loved. Begin Link. Begin Link. All nearby envoys begin Link. None may defy her.
Ha 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 ha! So you're gonna huddle together and make yourselves an even bigger target? Well, that's just fine by me! Go ahead! I'll blow you out of the sky! Haven't you managed to put together that anything in the air is just a target for my incredible firepower?
A servant. And not one dependent on his Lostbelt's magical energy either. He must be a heroic spirit from proper human history. Master, that man is the first we've met here in Scandinavia to...
Are heroes born from their accomplishments? Nah, it's not that. They're born because the people want them to be born. Trust me, as a hero who's gone from the top of the heap to the bottom of the barrel, I know a thing or two.
A hero? Who are you?
What's that, Mademoiselle? Oh, you will become a fine beauty when you're older, I can tell. You want to know who I am? Well, let's see. As long as someone's out there's got their hopes up, or wishes things were different somehow, I'm the guy who makes all their dreams come true. I'm the guy who sees the stars shining bright in this young man and his trusty partner as they fight against the fate of the world. Go ahead and lead the way, kids from proper human history. My canyon's yours to command. This is what they call lending a helping hand. Let your magical energy loose. Don't hold back. Let's get this done with style.
Your helping hand couldn't have come at a better time.
Damn right. Now let's go.
全くドイツはドイツも。
Okay.
やれなんだそこだ
シャ
いいぜやればいいんだ夢の終わりだ
ー
直視死が俺の前に立つんじゃない
参りますはっじはっはっからくり忍術 はっじはっとからくり忍術
Thank you, dumbass. Okay.
これだねフェイズ2神明解放スタンバイ殺しちゃおう行くよ風よ集え家臣レースを切ろうからくり原法ロンギューよりは地獄私たちは炎雨マリア・ザ・リッパー行くよシャー解体するよ
やれやれそこだ
Oh.
了解殺し行くよはっ子よりは地獄私たちは炎雨マリア・ザ・リッパー適正反応の沈黙を確認戦闘終了
Ooh-ah! Take this! Ooh-ah! Break him! Smash him! Make your way through!
He's opened a huge hole in the formation of envoys. Many of them have started to disperse. The situation has worsened. Inexplicable. That man's magical energy is not unlimited. He should have already run out after so many large bombardments, yet he still remains operational. The same is true of a Demi-7. How? How is this possible? Why do they still fight? Inexplicable. Inexplicable. Continued combat may result in indeterminate losses on our side. We must return to seek the goddess's counsel. Retreat! Retreat! All remaining envoys appear to have left the area. The magical energy signals have disappeared. The battle is over. Senpai. There I go again. I was far too reckless. Da Vinci's not going to be happy about this.
What about the villagers?
That line was amazing. I've never seen so many amazing things. You're amazing, mister. I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Huh?
Haha! Nicely done, you two! You look pretty worn out right now, but I know that's not all you got left in the tank. I can't promote you to general at our first meeting, but I can at least give you a medal or two.
Excuse me, we really do appreciate you helping us tremendously. But do you think you could stop smacking Senpai on the back so hard?
Oh, was that hard? Sorry about that. Old habits die hard, as they say. Sorry again. Here, how about I give her your back rub? Or are you alright now?
Are you?
That's right. My trade to Chodea from proper human history. Oh yeah, I forgot to introduce myself. Then listen up. Humans, one day, your desires will become a rainbow and blazoned across the sky. Know why? Cause I'm here now. I don't know much about this Lostbelt business, but nobody messes with the people of Europe on my watch. That's right, I'm a man of infinite possibility. Wherever I go, I leave rainbows in my wake. I am Napoleon, an archer. You're looking at the only hero of humanity in all of Scandinavia.
Okay, nice to meet you, Napoleon. Alright, I think that's enough for that stream. I'm going to bed now. It's already 10:30. And very happy for that 30 cent coins. And we'll be rolling for Scotty on my alternate account and be collecting like Thano does. Anyway, I'm done for that. I'll continue on for more live streaming for Peiko. For more of a Götterdämmerung. So I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Have a good night.